Step inside our old cafe. Your lap still floats in the air. The chairs we shared, the songs we played, all vanish, but I'm still there. The pictures on the wall don't fade. Your shadow lingers near. Every corner holds a trace of you, a love that disappears. I reach for warmth that's not in sight. Only memories hold me tight. I walk through rooms filled with you. Every step recalls what we knew. The love that lived now turned to shade. Still dances where we used to stay. I close my eyes and breathe you in. A ghost of laughter, touch and sin. I walk through rooms filled with you, haunted by what we once drew. The night still hums with your old voice, soft echoes of our past. I trace the places you would go and wonder why love couldn't last. I touch the table where we kissed. The teacups still remain. I see your smile in every corner, a bittersweet, gentle pain. I try to move, to leave the past. The ghost of you hold me fast. I walk through rooms filled with you. Every step recalls what we knew. The love that lived now turned to shade. Still dances where we used to stay. I close my eyes and breathe you in. A ghost of laughter, touch and sin. I walk through rooms filled with you, haunted by what we once drew. Maybe one day the walls will speak, and I'll find peace I seek. But tonight you'll never reach surrounds in every echo, every sound. I walk through rooms filled with you. Your presence lingers in every hue. The love we had, the time we spent, lives on in ghostly sentiment. Even when the world moves through, I'll stay in rooms filled with you. I lie alone beneath the moon. Your side of bed is cold. I whisper softly in the dark, the words I never told. The night is quiet, still and wide, but my heart beats for two. I watch the ceiling, count the stars, and hope some reach to you. I close my eyes, I call your name, but only silence answers back. The stars stars say goodnight, but not to you. They shine above, but I feel the blue. The pillow holds a ghost of your touch. I miss you. I miss you too much. I reach for warmth that's not in view. The night reminds me I lost you. The stars say goodnight, but not to you. The clock ticks on, the shadows grow. Your scent still lingers here. I trace your face in memory and fight to hold back tears. I dream of hands I cannot hold, of smiles I cannot see. The dark's arrived, but in my mind you're still here with me. I try to see, but thoughts of you keep the night alive. The stars say goodnight, but not to you. They shine above, but I feel the blue. To hold the ghost of your touch, I miss you. I miss you too much. I reach for warmth that's not in view. The night reminds me I lost you. The stars say goodnight, but not to you. Maybe someday I'll dream you near, and your voice will calm my fear. But tonight the sky reminds me so. You're far, and I'm alone below. The stars say goodnight, but not to you. If Chloe's cold, my heart is too. I whisper love into the dark and fall asleep with an empty heart. I held your words like fragile glass, believing they would stay. The smiles you gave, the touches near, then vanished like the day. I traced the moments, half in fear, half in longing still. Each step I took toward your heart felt like climbing uphill. I wanted you, but you were gone, and maybe never mine. I gripped hope, you slipped away. A love that danced in shades of gray. I reached for dreams that couldn't hold a story never fully told. Every maybe pulled me in, and every no left me thin. I gripped hope, you slipped away, lost in the love that couldn't stay. The nights were long, the words unclear. I lingered where you shone. Your warmth was real, but never mine. And now I walk alone. I wonder if you ever knew shadow in your sea. I held you close in dreams at night, but mornings pulled me from the light. I gripped hope, you slipped away, a love that danced in shades of gray. I reached for dreams that couldn't hold a story never fully told. Every maybe pulled me in, and every no left me thin. I gripped hope, you slipped away, lost in the love that couldn't stay. Maybe someday the heart can heal, maybe time will teach what's real. But tonight I cling to maybe, even though you slipped away from me. I grabbed hope, you slipped away, a fragile love that couldn't stay. I reach again, but know the truth. Some maybes fade before the youth. And now you're gone, I'll remember this, the bittersweet of almost bliss. I grabbed hope, you slept away. Oh, we know what to believe I stood at our old street, the sky turned dark and gray. I watched the people meet, hoping you'd come my way. I wore the coat you liked, I checked my phone screen twice. The wind began to blow, it felt as cold as ice. The thunder started loud, the street became so bare. I searched the empty crowd, but you were never there. I waited in the rain to see your face again. I shivered in the cold with a story left untold. I could not clear my throat with water on my coat. It was a slippery slope, drops fell, and so did my hope. Yeah, drops fell, and so did my hope. An hour passed me by, my shoes were soaking wet. I looked up at the sky, filled with a deep regret. The streetlights flickered on, the world was heading home, but I was standing still, freezing to the bone. I held my umbrella tight, but it could not shield the pain. You left me in the night to wash down the drain. I is very still. I sit on your old chair. You packed up all your clothes. You left my feelings bare. I water your green plant. I keep the kitchen neat. I listen to the cars that pass upon the street. The door is tightly closed, the key is on the mat. You gave up on the fight, just like that. I stayed after you left. I got our dusty home. I keep the fire warm while you go out to roam. The ending was so quick, without a lot of fuss. You walked away. I stayed in us. Yeah, you walked away. I stayed in us. I sleep on just one side. I leave your pillow flat. I stare at the blank wall where our pictures sat. My friends say I am stuck. They tell me to move on, but I am holding tight even though you are gone. It takes two to build a love, but only one to wait. I cannot change my mind, I cannot close the gate. I love a hollow ghost that live inside the past, a heavy lonely spell that is built to last. To stay after you left. I got our dusty home. I keep the fire warm while you go out to roam. The ending was so quick, without a lot of fuss. You walked away. I stayed in us. Yeah, you walked away. I stayed in door closed, but I still feel you near. Your voice lingers in the silent air. Each word you said a fragile sting. I wear your goodbye like everything. The hallway echoes with our last fight. Shadows dance where there was light. I try to move, I try to breathe, but your absence clings, it won't leave. I reach for comfort, it slips away. Your memory haunts me every day. Your goodbye still rings in my chest, a piercing note I can't suppress. Every heartbeat whispers your name, yet nothing will ever feel the same. The silence shouts what you left behind. I can't Your goodbye still rings in my chest. A love unfinished, a soul unrest. I walk alone through empty streets, your laughter lost in every beat. The world moves on, but I remain trapped in the echo of our pain. I see you smiling, fleeting lights, feel your touch in lonely nights. The past won't fade, it won't set free. Your final words live endlessly. I try to sleep, but dreams betray. Your voice returns, it won't decay. Your goodbye still rings in my chest, a piercing note I can't suppress. Every heartbeat whispers your name, yet nothing will ever feel the same. The silence shouts what you left behind. I can't escape your words in my mind. Your goodbye still rings in my chest, a love unfinished, a soul maybe someday the pain will fade, the memories soften, de-accolade. But tonight I'm wrapped in your farewell, a lingering spell I know too well. Your goodbye still rings in my chest, and in this song I can't rest. I carry you in every breath, a love that lingers past all death. Your goodbye still rings in my chest, forever haunting. Your goodbye still rings in my chest. Phone is dark, room is still. I say the words I always will. Drafts are full, I hit delete. The air is heavy, the bittersweet. I tell you hello, I tell you I'm blue. A million lines I'll never send you. The screen is blank, the heart is heavy. Every thought types a message you'll never see. I text you in my head, in the silence of my bed. I ask how you are, I imagine the tone, a long conversation while I'm all alone. No red receipt, just the things you'll never know. The screen is blank, the heart is heavy. Every thought types a message you'll never see. I text you in my head, in the silence of my bed. Send to the void, send to the air. You aren't here. You aren't there. I see your face in every crowd, but you don't see me here. The laugh we shared, the hands we held, now disappear like tears. Your world keeps turning far away, and I can't keep the pace. The memories that used to shine now slowly lose their place. I reach for you, but you're gone, and time forgets my name. You moved on, I stayed behind, trapped in the love you left behind. Every smile I see, every word you say, feels like I'm fading more each day. I whispered softly into the air, hoping somehow you care. You moved on, I stayed behind, a shadow in your mind. The pictures on my wall remind of what you used to be. I trace the edges of your smile, but you don't look at me. Your life goes on and I remain a ghost in your story's frame. The love I held, the hope I had, now only whispers my name. I try to let you go, but memories won't set me free. You moved on, I stayed behind. forever in your mind. Just not with me. Your status says you're doing fine. Green light beside your name. Alive in conversations that don't include my name. I see you moving through the world in ways you used to with me. Every sign of life appears, just not with me. You didn't disappear from there, just from where we were. Last act of yesterday, still breathing, still okay, still laughing somewhere free, just not with me. You didn't fade away, you simply changed the scene. You're living fully now, just not with me. Your photos show a life in bloom. New rooms, new afternoons. Your eyes still hold that spark I knew, just aimed at someone new. I trace the timeline of your days outside of what we'd be. You didn't stop existing, just not with me. You went on being you without us in you. Last act of yesterday, still warm in every way, still who you used to be, just not with me. You moved beyond our space to where I couldn't be. Your life went on intact, just not with me. Maybe losing someone means they still live their dreams in full color, full in three, just not with me. Last act of yesterday, with softer now in me. The ache learns how to say what used to be. You're somewhere bright and true, the way I hoped you'd be. You're still alive, still you, just not with me. Just not with me. Just not with me. I learned the way you liked your coffee, memorized your favorite songs, built a world around your laughter, like that's where I belonged. I carried all the quiet moments, held the dream you wouldn't hold. Every maybe felt like promise, even when it felt so cold. I kept the light on in our window long after you were gone. I loved enough for two when you barely loved for one. I gave you all my mornings, you left before the sun. I kept believing us when the truth was breaking through. You stopped loving halfway, but I loved enough for two. I stayed through every silence, every distance in your eyes. Every answer that you gave me was another soft goodbye. Still I held the fragile pieces of a heart that wouldn't stay, trying hard to keep together what was slowly drifting away. Love can't breathe forever if it's beating on one side. I loved enough for two, through the doubts and through the pain. I carried all the thunder while you walked out in the rain. I held on to forever, even when it wasn't true. You stopped loving halfway, but I loved enough for two. Maybe love is sometimes just learning how to lose, giving all your heart away to someone passing through. I loved enough for two, but love needs more than me. Two hearts have to stay for forever to be free. And now the quiet truth is the hardest thing to prove. You didn't need my love, but I loved enough for two. Love's kept me. The room was full of laughter, hymns written in the air. Hearts were finding partners while I was standing there. I held a quiet hope like a flower in my hand, waiting for someone who might finally understand. But every glance went past me, every chance moved on. Love skipped me like I wasn't in the line. Every heart found somewhere while no one chose mine. I stood with all this feeling no one ever could see. Love picked everyone else and somehow skipped me. I watched you choose another, your hand inside their own. The smile you gave them softly was the one I'd never known. I kept my voice so quiet, kept pretending I was fine, but the silence in my chest was louder every time. Some dreams don't shatter loudly, they just slowly disappear. Love skipped me like a song left unsung. Every promise found someone before mine had begun. I carried all this tenderness no one wanted to see. Love picked everyone else and somehow skipped me. Maybe I was too late, maybe I can't too late. Maybe some hearts wait forever outside the hands of fate. Love skipped me, but my heart still stayed, holding every gentle word I never got to say. And somewhere in the quiet, I still hope there will be a love that doesn't pass me, a love that finally chooses me. I found a broken frame, I saw your smiling face. I found your old gray shirt, left in an empty space. The glass is on the floor, just like my broken heart. We used to be so close, now we are torn apart. I try to fix the mess, I hold my heavy chest. I want the way we were, everything is a blur. Loving you in fragments, sorting through the pain. Standing in the ruins, crying in the rain. I try to build our home, I do not wanna quit, but the edges are too sharp. I pick up pieces of us, but none fit. Yeah, I pick up pieces of us, but none fit. I hold a half a ticket from a movie we once saw. I hold a torn up letter, it leaves my feelings raw. I try to put them back with tape and little glue, but nothing looks the same because I am missing you. The puzzle is broken down, the picture is all gone. It cuts my lonely hands as I wait for the dawn. I cannot make it right, no matter how I try. I sweep the dusty floor and I begin to cry. Loving you in fragments, sorting through the pain. Standing in the ruins, crying in the rain. I try to build our home, I do not wanna quit, pick up pieces of us, but none fit. Yeah, I pick up pieces of us, but none fit. Just pieces on the ground, without a single sound. My hands are bruised and cut, the door is finally shut. Loving you in fragments, I pick up pieces of us, but none fit. I watched from the doorway, your hand in someone else's. The smile I thought was mine now belongs on someone else. The way you laughed at their jokes, the way you held them near. I memorized every movement, even as it drew me tears. I wanted to scream, to reach, but my love stayed quiet, unseen. You love someone else softly, like a whisper I couldn't hear. And I stayed in the shadow, hiding my heartbreak here. Every gentle word you spoke felt like a knife I couldn't fight, because you loved someone else softly, while I loved with all my might. I remembered our late nights, the dreams we swore were ours. But now I'm left with echoes and the memory of empty stars. Your eyes shine in someone's gaze, the way they never looked at me. I loved you with every heartbeat, but your love was given free. I held the silence like a prayer. And I remember the way it felt, a quiet, tender heartbreak. And no one else can help, and don't walk away someday. Your shadow will remain with me, because you loved someone else softly. And our love too completely. You love someone else softly. You love cold. Your empty chair, a story told. I try to sleep, the shadows grow. I see your face, I can't let go. The clock strikes 12, the silence cries. I see the truth inside your eyes. The dark whispers you, and I listen. Midnight knows your name. Your old sweater, the scent is gone. I'm still waiting for the dawn. Too many nights, too much regret. A love so deep I can't forget. The clock strikes 12, the silence cries. I see the truth inside your eyes. The dark whispers you, and I listen. Midnight knows your name. Just a ghost, just a dream. Midnight knows everything. Miles know you better now. Maps replace the space you filled. Routes between what we once built. Airports where our promises fell to distances. Your voice arrived through wires and delay, fading more with every day. I traced your face on a glowing screen between. I used to know you were skin to skin. Now space has settled in. Distance learned your name before I understood how far love travels before it's no longer good. Miles know you better now than my arms do. I reach across the world and miss you. Time zones pulled your nights from mine. Your mornings slipped my time. We lived inside a maybe soon that never came. Your city lights replaced my eyes. You slept beneath different skies. The closer flights appear to be, the further you from me. I kept believing space was thin, but it kept wearing in. Distance learned your name, carried it through where once you lived in touch. Now you live in them eyes. Know you better now. In my head, every world you crossed the world away while I stayed still. Maybe love can stretch too far until we are where we are, two hearts mapped apart by miles, not heart. Distance learned your name, but I'm learning too how to live in days without you. Must know you better now, the memory remains. You left my arms and entered miles where distance heard your Miles know you better now. Maps replace the space you filled. Maps replace those spells we close. Maps replaced. Maps replace the space you filled. 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 Maps replace the space your maps. Maps replace the space you filled. Miles, know you better now. Miles, know you better now. Miles, know you better now. Miles, replace the space you filled. Miles, replace the space you filled. Miles, know you better now. Miles, know you better now. Miles, know you better now. Miles, replace the space you filled. house is very quiet. The moon is shining bright. I leave the TV on to fill the empty night. Your side of the bed is neat. I do not touch the sheet. I close my tired eyes to stop my heavy sighs. I hear a floorboard creak. I think I hear you speak, but I am all alone, staring at my phone. Nights I pretend you're here, wishing you were near. I make a cup of tea for two. I do the things we used to do. I stare into the dark and blue. I talk to shadows as if they're you. Yeah, I talk to shadows as if they're you. I sit in your old chair. I smell you in the air. I tell you about my day, even though you went away. I laugh at my own joke. My heart is fully broke. I reach to hold your hand, but grasp at empty sand. It is a foolish game. I softly call your name. The silence answers back. My world is painted black. I know you are far away, but in my mind you stay. Nights I pretend you're here, wishing you were near. I make a cup of tea for two. I do the things we used to do. I stare into the dark and blue. I talk to shadows as if they're you. Yeah, I talk to shadows as if they're you. Just a shadow on the wall, waiting for your call. The dawn is getting near. Nights I pretend you're here. I talk to shadows as if they're you. Your life still lives in a little white frame. Faded colors, but it feels the same. The way your eyes caught the summer light, like love would never lose its sight. I keep that picture by my bed, a quiet world of what we said. Time keeps moving, life moves on, but in that square you're never gone. Every memory slowly fades apart, except the ones inside my Polaroid heart. My Polaroid heart still holds your smile, frozen in a golden while. The moment love was bright and real. Before goodbye, learned how to feel. The world kept turning after you, but that small frame stayed warm and true. Somewhere in that captured start, you still live in my Polaroid heart. The edges curl from years gone by, like quiet proof that time can cry. Dust settles softly on the past, but some moments were built to last. If I could step inside that scene where everything was evergreen, I'd stay right there beside your light. can't steal that sacred place. A single flash, a single spark, still glowing softly in the dark. And though you're miles and years apart, you're still alive inside my heart, my Polaroid heart. We sat in silence, the air was thin. I searched your face, where did it begin? The warmth we knew had slipped away. A shadow fell where light used to stay. Your hand in mine felt cold and still. A quiet pause, a sudden chill. I felt the shift before you spoke. The fragile bond began to choke. I wanted to reach, I wanted to plead, but your quiet left no room for need. Something in your eyes went dark. A spark I loved vanished in the dark. The love we held, the dreams we made, fell apart in that fleeting shade. I traced your gaze, I tried to see the part of you that stayed with me. Something in your eyes went dark and tore apart my once bright heart. The words you said were soft and few, but everyone cut straight through. I reached for us, for what we were, but your silence answered cold and sure. I replay the night, the breaking sound, the moment love no longer found. Your eyes told truth you never spoke. The ending came in a quiet cloak. I wanted to stay, I wanted to fight, but your shadow swallowed all our light. Something in your eyes went dark. A spark I loved vanished in the dark. The love we held, the dreams we made, fell apart in that fleeting shade. I traced your gaze, I tried to see the part of you that stayed with me. Something in your eyes went dark and tore apart my once bright heart. If I could go back to that night, I'd hold you close, I'd fight the fight, but your eyes whisper goodbye instead, and all our love fell like lead. Something in your eyes went dark. The world grew cold, you left your mark. The love we had, the fire that burned, ended the night I never returned. Something in your eyes went dark, forever haunting this broken heart. We talked about a house, we picked a yellow door, we planned a little trip, we walked along the shore. You held me very tight, you looked into my eyes. It felt so very real, without a sad disguise. We had the map all drawn, We had the bags all packed, but then you turned around and walked right off the track. We were almost everything, a story almost told. We were a bright new fire before it went so cold. We had the highest hope, waiting for the dawn, so close to forever, yet gone. Yeah, so close to forever, yet gone. I still have the text you sent, saying I am the one. The words are only wind when everything is done. You got a little scared, you let my fingers go. You pulled your heart away and left me in the snow. It hurts more than a break to lose what did not start. A beautiful mistake that tore apart my heart. We stood right on the edge, but you refused to jump. I fell down all alone with a heavy, painful bond. We were almost everything, a story almost told. We were a bright new fire before it went so cold. We had the highest hope, waiting for the dawn, so close to forever, yet gone. Yeah, so close to forever, yet almost a beautiful life, almost a hand to hold. Now it is just a dream, and empty and so cold. We were almost everything, so close to forever, yet gone. We laughed in half-lit rooms, whispered words that barely stayed. I thought your eyes were mine to trust, but maybe I just played. Every touch felt like a spark, yet shadows hid the flame. I held on to hope that wasn't mine, and only I knew your name. I reached for you in empty hands, grasping moments built on sand. I held on to maybe you slipped away, a love that danced just out of sway. We almost fell, we almost stayed, but every step the ground gave away. I whispered dreams that went unheard, clung to words you barely stirred. I held on, so maybe you slipped away, lost in the love that couldn't stay. I counted all the could have beens, nights you almost called, the traces of your almost love still echo through these walls. Your laughter lingers like a song, but never for my ears. I loved and maybe that was gone, and carried all my fears. I try to follow where you went, but maybe it was all I ever spent. I held on to maybe you slipped away, a love that danced just out of sway. We almost fell, we almost stayed, but every step the ground gave way. I whispered dreams that went unheard, clung to words you barely stirred. I held on to maybe you slipped away, lost in the love that couldn't stay. Somewhere between yes and no, we lingered in the shadow glow. I'll remember what we almost had, the fragile love, the good, the bad. I held on to maybe you slipped away, a love that almost came to stay, the heart that hoped, the hands that missed, still ache for your uncertain kiss. And though you're gone, I'll always see you were my maybe, my could have been. Cold coffee cups, the sun goes down, silence is loud in this small town. I hear your laugh, I turn my head, but it's just ghosts instead of bed. The space beside me, the air is thin, I'm losing count of where I've been. The walls are talking, the shadows stare. I sit with you even when no one's there. Alone with your memory. Your favorite book, a folded page. I'm trapped inside this quiet cage. Don't want to leave, don't want to stay. I'm watching us just fade away. The walls are talking, the shadows stare. I sit with you even when no one's there. With your memory. Oh. The room won't feel smaller where your laughter used to live. I reach for your warmth, but the walls only give. Every corner whispers of the love that slipped away. And even in the sunlight, your shadow stayed. Some hearts leave marks that time cannot erase. You left, shade remained, tracing where you stood. Every step I take feels haunted by your good. The air remembers softly the brush of your hand. You left, shade remained, like footprints in the sand. I hear echoes in the hallway of conversations long gone. The clock keeps ticking, but I'm still holding on. I try to move forward, but your ghost pulls me near. Even in your absence, I feel you here. Love doesn't always leave when people do. You left, shade remained, hiding in every light. The quiet hums your name through the long empty night. I can't erase the feeling, though I try again and again. You left, shade remained, a story without end. Maybe some love lingers long after it's gone. A shadow of what mattered leaves quietly on. You left, shade remained, that's deep in my soul. I chase the sun's warmth, but your presence takes its toll. And though the world keeps turning and seasons change,